Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey, hey. 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 Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey.
Guys, and welcome. I apologise for being a little bit late. I was generally eating my lunch, so I apologise. But yeah, big up. Hopefully everyone's doing good. We're here. We're going to be previewing the game tonight, PSG versus Bayern München, Bayern Munich. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this game. It should be a good game. Nothing in it. I'm going to have to get another one. But either way, you know, just have a good game. That's all I really care about. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've kind of already done a preview, but it was with an opposition fan, which I like to do. Don't get it twisted. I do like to do those opposition fan ones. But at the same time, you know, I like to do my previews where, you know, we go in depth and so on and so forth. So normally the way we do these, it would be a video, but I thought there is stuff to stream about, but why not just stream it? You know what I mean? Why not? And we're up in our game. So yeah, welcome. Hopefully everybody's good. Make sure you smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button, all of that good stuff. We're here. This is the best Bayern channel on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. And yeah, man, I do hope, as I open this can, sorry if that was loud, everybody generally is good. I really do. I'm going to be going on Touchline's channel later. So make sure you check that out about 3 o'clock, so in a little bit, and then obviously going towards the game, we'll do the game and so on and so forth. So yeah, big up again, bless up to everybody. I do have a candle here. Is that steam coming off of that? I do have my candle here. I hope it's just the fucking fragrance that's coming up, and I'm not gonna fucking burn the fucking house down. But yeah, let's actually get into what we want to talk about in this video. So we go to Bayern Munich first. So obviously this is the thing we're talking about. This is the game we're talking about. We can actually zoom this in a little bit because you can actually see it then. So Bundesliga wise, Bayern Munich are 9 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses, 33 goals for and 4 against. We're smashing everyone. The closest to us is Leipzig. And they've got a draw and a loss in there. They barely scored any goals, to be honest with you. And yeah, does it surprise me that Bayern are doing so well? No, I don't, to be honest. I believe in this team. I have believed in this team for a while now, so it doesn't surprise me. PSG, on the other hand, if we go over to them, they are sitting with 7 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss, 21 goals for, 9 against. But one thing that needs to be said, respectfully to them, they're not the same PSG of last season. They're not. And to be honest, nor are Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich aren't the same team of last season. If anything, we've got better. So the problem with PSG, which isn't really a problem from our perspective, but for their perspective it is the fact that they have got a ridiculous amount of injuries. Like Doué is out, Dembele is a hit and miss. I don't know, I haven't seen anything to see if he's available or not, but he's a hit and miss. You know, we've got was there somebody else that's out as well? I'm not really too sure off the top of my head, but they don't really have, you know, the stars that they had. Now they still do have Vitinha, they still do have Pacho, who are, you know, very important to their team. But Marquinhos, you know, number one, he's always a pain in the ass, but Marquinhos is there as well. So again, this generally should be a really, really good game. And like I was saying to Red and Blue PSG, though, you don't know fully that this is going to be a good game because, you know, it could go down to that point where it's one of those, you know, we both cancelled each other out and so on. You know what I mean? So I don't like the amount of, holy shit, that's fucking boiling hot. I don't like the amount of heat coming off this candle. Bear with me one second. So I had to blow this candle out because the amount of fucking heat coming off of it going into my screens and shit. It's because I put a bigger candle under it. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, Cavaskillia is, you know, Cavaskillia, whatever you want to call him. He's going to be the pain in the ass. And we're going to need Lyon on the right. we're going to need Lyon on the right. I will get into my prediction of like the players and so on and all of that in a minute. But he's going to be that player that needs to. Lyman needs to be on because Cavaskillia is a pain in the arse, straight up. Now, don't get it twisted. They're not a one-man team. If Dembele plays, we know how good he's been. Vitinha can 100% run a midfield. Yao Neves is there as well to even, add more quality. They've got arguably the best left and right back. Personally, I would say that Alphonso Davies is better than Nuno Mendes, but obviously Alphonso Davies hasn't been playing, so that's like saying fucking, this and that. It doesn't really matter, So the best left back in the world right now is Nuno Mendes. I think Alphonso is better on his day, fully. But again, does that mean anything? No. Realistically, no, it doesn't. So yeah, there's that in itself as well. But for me, I just think, we go into this game, we can easily beat them. They can obviously go at us, but we are the better team, in my opinion. They, like I said, they have lost this season. You know what I mean? They have drawn this season. They have. They had a 3-3 game with who was the 3-3 with again? Strasbourg, no? Strasbourg 3-3 against them, bro. You know what I mean? And they had to get a late winner in that game. You know what I mean? They went up by Bradley Bacola in the 6th minute, and then 26th, 49th, 41st, and 49th minute, they got scored on. You know what I mean? And with all due respect to their players, Strasbourg's players, they are not Bayern Munich players. Harry Kane is not a Strasbourg player. You know what I mean? He's way higher level in that sense. You know what I mean? They got a penalty, and then they scored in the 79th minute to actually keep that a draw. Otherwise, they would have lost. Where is their loss though? They lost to Marseille 1-0. Okay, so they lost to Marseille 1-0 in that game, which they were all over Marseille in that game. So I don't really think we can go too much on that. But yeah, that is the thing. Bayern Munich are the better team. Bayern Munich should win this game, but that doesn't always mean, that it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is what it is. What's this? I think you have the attack. Through their midfield, their flanks are way too strong defensively. I agree. And I do agree. I think we have to go through the middle. I don't think we could push on to the left and the right. But we will because that's the way that Bayern Munich have been playing. But yeah, I get it. By the way, Strasbourg attack through their mid. Okay, yeah. So, we can, if we go through the middle, we'll be able to win. If we push generally off the left and the right, it's going to be difficult. Olise can make anyone look silly. He can make Nuno Mendes look like a knobhead. Straight up, he can. But does that mean, you know what I mean? Like, does that mean he's going to? No. He might have an off game tonight. You know what I mean? I don't generally, this might actually sound stupid to say this out loud, but I don't care if we lose tonight. I don't think this is a measure of our success. Yeah, I really don't. I still think we can go and win the Champions League. I still do think, like, this isn't bragging rights in the sense of we're 19th and they're 20th, or you know what I mean? Like, it's 1 versus 2. It's not like they're going to get a massive uproar or anything like that. We've got easier games as well. Now, no game is easy in football. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. Obviously, we all know that. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Nuno Mendes has had bozo moments. Very rare, though. Agreed. You know what I mean? Tonight might be that thing, though, Baron. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here. I'm confident fully. We'll get into my score and we'll show the team and all of that in a minute. But I generally think we can beat them. I really do. Let's see, though. Let's see, because it's two good managers going against each other. There is no comparing the managers caliber-wise. You know, I back Vincent Kompany fully. I'm Kompany in and everything, but Kompany's never won a Champions League. You know what I mean? So that is the thing in that game. You know what I mean? So that in itself, it just is what it is. To be honest, if we go on PSG though, let me share this tab. So their recent game was 1-0 against Nice. Again, they're beating Nice 1-0. With all due respect, we're smashing Nice. A new one. So this was their lineup. Is it on the screen? Yes, it is. So yeah, this is their team that they had. So I don't think that well, he can't play. This lad here can't play. Can I zoom this in? Will it go fully? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he can't play because he's got a red card, so it will be Marquinhos in there. But yeah, man. I don't really see too much on it. You know what I mean? Like, cool. They got a goal. You know, they won the game. But you know, other than that, they needed Ramos to come on in the 94th minute. Obviously, it would have been another draw. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. We move. You know what I mean? We move. So yeah, there's that. No, get out of here. Where is their recent Champions League? So they smashed Leverkusen, a new one, which doesn't really surprise me, to be honest with you. And it doesn't help that he got a red card. Obviously, like I said, he got red carded in that game, so it really doesn't count. It is interesting though that in their game against Leverkusen, obviously Doué is injured, so he won't be playing. But it is interesting that they have Kvaratskhelia going off of the right. Obviously, they could both interswitch, but that in itself is interesting. And the fact that Vitinha in this game against Leverkusen got the 9.1 rating, we can't have that tonight. I'm all for Zaire Emery getting a 6.4 rating. You know what I mean? All day, every day. I'm about that. You know, but yeah, no, we can't allow that. We really can't. And we need to test their keeper. You know, from long range, even if it is from long range, test their keeper, because their keeper he's not Donnarumma. You know what I mean? He really isn't Donnarumma. Is there a way I can do? No, I don't care about head to head. Is there a thing you can do? Here we go. Average positions. Who's what? So PSG are the white team. Okay, so this side. So this is their average position, which is very interesting. Again, I'm gonna need. Hold up. Let me just copy this a second. Let me put this in a new tab because I don't know them by, and it's telling me by freaking number. It really doesn't help when it's telling me by freaking numbers. Is there a way that I can change that? I don't think there is. It's a bit annoying. I can't lie. It's a bit annoying. So if I click it, yeah, I don't know their numbers. Like this is dumb. PSG numbers. Let's look. PSG men's squad. Okay, cool. Okay. So they had who's number 6? Who is number 6 for them? Okay, so that's that centre back. He won't be playing. He won't be playing tonight, but they had him staying back. He was pushing more off to the right, but they had him staying back. Who's number 51? 51. So Pacho he does like to get forward, but he seems to like to stay in this particular position here. Oh, it actually says the name there. Okay, perfect. So if I click it, I can see who it is. Okay, cool. That's better. So yeah, Vitinha obviously he's a maestro. It just is what it is. This is their young player, their young striker. He's 33. Zaire Emery. But you see that the way that they like to press. Obviously, we know of Hakimi, who he's bloody insane. Nuno Mendes. Bradley Barcola doesn't like to get as forward, but he likes to stay in this particular part of the left-hand side. And then, obviously, there's no point even looking at Doué because he's not going to be playing. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Let's go back a minute, though. Let's go back to their recent game because, you know, that might actually show something different. So which way? They're going to be this side now. Okay, cool. So, yeah, this is how they play. So Kvaratskhelia is all over the place. Again, that's that guy. Bradley Barcola, Nuno Mendes and Bradley Barcola could be very dangerous together. We need Upamecano and Lima. And I don't want to see Lima not playing on the right. He has to play on the right tonight. It would be dumb not to. And whoever's playing off the left, if it's Hakimi, if it's Stanisic, my word, please have a good game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, big up Yusuf. How are you, bro? So, yeah, from that aspect, that really... Okay, I think it's cool down there. Cool. From that aspect, yeah, we need to watch what they're doing. I can't even lie. We really do. But hopefully we'll be all right. Fingers crossed we'll be okay. and we'll go from there. So yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Personally, I do. I think we'll be fine. I really do. And yeah, we see. We will see, won't we? We will see. If we share this tab instead, though, why is it? Is this on the screen? Okay, it's cool. Right, so if we share this tab, so yeah, getting into the lineup itself, though, people. Again, smash like, hit the subscribe button. If you're in the live chat, before we, I'll go through the comments before we do end. But let me know what you think of this game. Let me know your prediction. Let me know if you think I'm wrong with my prediction and so on. And obviously, if you're watching this after, let me know, obviously, in the comments down below. We leave the comments on and the live chat on and everything because, that's the whole point. We want this community to be built, you know what I mean? So, yeah, again, like I said, going to be an interesting game, hopefully a good game, but we move. So, yeah, PSG versus Bayern Munich. I think it's very strongly, before we actually get into this, it's very stupid what the Paris police have done with the Bayern Munich stuff. Obviously, we did it last night. We did the stream, which I still don't understand it to this day, and I've listened to it again. But I understand what it's saying. It's not like it's not going in my ears. One going in one and coming out the other. But it just makes no sense why they're like fucking over our fans. You know what I mean? And the fact that our fans, won't be leaving Paris Saint-Germain or Paris as a whole, the city of Paris, until 5 a.m. What about the people that need to get home? What about you know what I mean? It's just inconsiderate and it's fucking disgusting. It's a disgrace. You know what I mean? So in that sense, I would love to smash them tonight, but that's not what I'm basing this on. But in general, that needs to be, mentioned. Let's get into this though. So lineup, it'll be a 4-2-3-1. I don't see us changing. Why would you change in this game? That would make no sense. You know what I mean? And also we need that diamond. You know what I mean? We need this diamond here to go against a Vitinha. You know what I mean? Going with Kimmich, for instance, in the pivot on his own, as a single, DM would just be stupid, straight up. So yeah, Neuer will be in goal. Very, very happy with that. Neuer will be in goal. I think he's back as well. So yeah, there's that. Lima, right back, not to left back. If he plays left back, fine. But that means that either Stanisic or Sadio Bowie have to have the best game of their life. Again, it's important to win this game. Again, I don't really care about the result. Obviously, I want to win, but I don't really care because we are 1-2. We are still even if we lose, it's not like we're going to go to the bottom of the fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's just not. So Lima, right back, Upamecano, and Tar. Yes, maybe we should start Kim, but this duo have played together. This is the duo that Bayern Munich have right now. Should it change in the future? That's obviously for the future. But for me personally, I don't know why we would play Kim. You know what I mean? If we go up by a couple of goals, maybe put Kim on to be more defensive. But yeah, if you want me to be fully honest, it would make no sense otherwise. It really wouldn't. So yeah, there we go. Stanisic left back. Again, if we want to put Bowie on, fine. But he better have one of the best games of his fucking life. Because if he don't, straight up, we are going to get hurt. Straight up. So yeah, there's that. Obviously, the pivot is going to be interesting. We know that Joshua Kimmich will play. Joshua Kimmich will play this game, obviously. Who's going to be next to him? Do we, instead of playing Stanisic, play Bischoff? Again, it's a risky one, but it could be there. But for me, in the pivot, I know people won't like it, but I'd put Goretzka. I think he's average, but he's a good average, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to be upset if he plays Pavlo. I think Pavlo can do a job. But for me personally, the way I would see it and the way I do see it, I would go with Goretzka. I think you need to be strong in that midfield as well. But maybe he goes Pavlo. I don't know. In the 10, though, is Serge Gnabry. Again, I wouldn't mind if we play Carl this game, if we put him right-hand side or in the cam. I really wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't mind if we put Jackson in as well. But Serge Gnabry is just on form. He's on form. He's very important to this team right now. And yeah, man, I hope he has an absolute blinder against them if he does play. Right-hand side is going to be Michael Elise. Again, if you want to play Carl there, play Carl. I'm for it. And put Elise in at the 10. But that's probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? Why is my computer? My computer sounds like it's about to fucking blow up. Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. We know he's going to play. We need this triangle here, no matter who plays, if it's Pavlovic, if it's Goretzka, if it's Stanisic, if it's Bowie, if it's freaking Lima, if it's Guerrero, whoever plays there, whoever is playing in this position here, we desperately need this triangle here to be on point, because you are going to have Hakimi running down that side, trying his best to hurt us. Not even to talk about their attack. You know what I mean? Hakimi himself is a pain in the fucking ass. Straight up. Then you've got to talk about if it's either freaking Cavasquelia or if it's Barcola. You know what I mean? Like, it's really freaking annoying. Let's not lie. And then obviously we know who's up top. Harry Kane's up top. There is no if, buts, or maybes about it. Harry Kane will be up top. And he'll be playing. Again, if you want to put Kane in at the 10 and then play Jackson striker, I would do with that as well, but personally, I would just go with that. Score-wise, though, for me personally, I'm going with a 4-2. I said it in the preview I did with the PSG fan, a red and blue PSG. Check him out. Brilliant channel. Brilliant guy as well. Really nice guy, to be honest. But, 4-2. I think we win. It could be a draw. It could be a 4-4. It could be a 3-3. It could be a 2-2. Most of the time that I predict things, I get it wrong. So that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think this lineup has enough. I really do. I think this lineup has enough. Lyon, it's like that for most away in France. Like for Marseille fans, it was the same treatment too. They don't want fights to break out in the city, especially in Paris. Yeah, but it's just dumb, bro. Like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? If that's the case, then take them out of the Champions League. Where is the animosity between us? There isn't. There is no there generally is no animosity between us. Well done. We beat them in the Champions League final. They beat us in they won their thing in our ground, whatever. I don't see the animosity. I don't get it. Goretzka is a big no. PSG doesn't get physical, but they introduce mistakes due to their press, which Goretzka is highly likely doing. Okay, fair. I'm with it fully. I'm with it. I understand what you're saying. As a Barca fan, I want you guys to beat PSG. I hate that club. Okie dokie. In possession, they play a 3-2-5. Nuno trucks into the free and at the back, or when No, I get you fully. So yeah, personally, I think we're going to win. Hopefully we do win, obviously. Yeah, man, that's basically that. So yeah, big up to everybody. I do hope everybody is doing good. Make sure, if you haven't already, to smash up the damn likes. Thank you for the constant support on the channel, as always. Yeah, man, I don't think there is anybody live. We will have a check, because, I will redirect and try and help if I can, but I'm only going to redirect to people I fuck with if they're live. So yeah, no one's live. So hey, it is what it is. Big up to everybody though. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully Bayern Munich win. If you want to check out the Simpsons channel, my gym, please do. But yeah, big up, and I'll see you later on tonight.